Hey, good morning, everybody. Griff here. Jeff behind the camera. What's going on, Jeff? How you doing?
Good morning, son.
Good morning. Today, with anticipation of the new release, I wanted to take a few minutes of your day to talk to you about the Working Class Zero Form 1 7.6 light rod. That's another one. Pairing this thing up. There you go. Another one. There we go. Bam. There's another one. Boom. There. It's a crazy looking fish. Bam, bam.
Hell yeah. Yep, shallow?
Yeah.
Fucking A. Got one? Nice. That same area right there, huh? Right in that lane?
Yep.
Look down and show if you've got a red fucking worm. That's the one I missed.
Oh, look at that. Look at that perfect hook set.
Yeah, right in the top of the mouth, dude.
Amazing rod. All right, video's over.
Okay.
So I've been spending a few days with this rod. I've literally haven't had anything else in my hand but this one for the last week probably since we got these samples in. I'm really enjoying fishing this one. So one thing I do got to say about it is that it's kind of deceiving when you pick this rod up in your hand. You bend it a little bit. At first I was like, that's a good job, Emily. I was like, oh, that rod is soft. That's a square bill rod. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I mean, it bends. It gets deep in there. But one thing about it is it's a 7.5 foot rod, and it shuts off quick. Like it's bend, backbone. So probably like, I don't know, 3/4 of this rod is just pure backbone. So it's a super strong rod. Been having a good time with it. I've only thrown it the way that it was designed to be thrown. All right. Running the Micro Citizen with the 1/0 BKK hook. I did take my blade off. I was fishing it with the blade for a while. I decided to take it off. I don't know why. I just took it off and it's been working for me. All right. So I think I did actually catch a few with the blade on too. But yeah, the Micro Citizen with the 1/0 BKK hook was what we were told that this rod was designed to throw. All right, so the micro rod, 7.5 foot, light, fast, a great rod. So one thing about it is that I wanted to test it to see if it'll fit into my arsenal with the way that I fish. So I've been taking it out, doing a lot of bank fishing with it. Did some bank fishing with it. I was on the boat, took it on my kayak. I was a little bit nervous about fishing on my kayak because it's a swimbait rod. Traditionally, swimbait rods have that longer handle system on there. So I wanted to see how it would work on the kayak, and it's fine. Everything about it is great. I was able to skip into the trees with it from the kayak. I don't stand on my kayak very often when I'm fishing, so sitting down fishing this rod, I wanted to see how it felt, and it felt great. It's super light. Like I said, has a ton of backbone in there. I was able to skip in the trees, pull fish out of the trees. Like, I mean, our fish are kind of shut down in open water right now. So the only way to get to them is to get it deep into cover. So I'm finding spots, I'm throwing it deep into cover. I want to feel like what this rod is capable of doing. So, you know, super sensitive. Like, I mean, super sensitive. You're feeling everything. Run it through the trees, they bite, you swing, and you automatically know that your line is tangled up in there. You just hold that pressure and you're yanking these fish out of those trees. I mean, it's amazing how powerful it is because the weight of the rod and the way that it feels, you would never guess it until you throw it. This discussion in the shop has been going on ever since we got these in. Like, that rod's not gonna be able to handle it, but we were wrong. I don't know how else to explain it, but we were just wrong. We felt like it was too light, but it wasn't. And we shouldn't have doubted the way this rod was built. Mike is very meticulous on the things that he does. He wants to get everything perfect before he releases it out to the public. So we should have known that this was the right choice for the bait that it was made for. All right. So I haven't been able to catch any giants, but the biggest thing for me is everything I've caught has been in cover, and then the cover has not made a difference in the fish catching ability. It's actually probably helped using this than a different rod. But yeah, it's been really good for me. I saw Jeff's face when he first made that cast with it. He definitely enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it, Jeff? I'm not gonna speak for you.
Yeah, I mean, it felt the same as the extra heavy in sensitivity, lightness. Like, it's all transferred throughout all of the blanks of the rods. So
right, I imagine that they all feel the same,
yeah.
Just a heavier version.
That's basically
a heavier
what it is.
and a longer version
Yep.
of it to be able to throw the bait that it was designated to throw.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I am not mad that I own this rod.
What reel
So
have you been rocking on it?
my reel of choice is the Metanium DC 70. All right, for me, the hand feel and the fitment on there is great. I have been running a 16-pound fluoro. It might be a little too heavy, but like I said, I have been throwing in a lot of heavy cover. I'm not doing any open water stuff. In open water, I could probably drop down to a 12 or a 14. It doesn't take crazy hook sets with these hooks right here. So I would just base your line choice on what you're going to be fishing in. Or if you want something general that you can go from one spot to the other, 16 is a good starting point for anything. But I mean, I don't know if you can see my line, like it's wrecked. This is how much junk I'm throwing it through. I mean, it's frayed all the way up. And this is with me retying once in a while. Jeff knows how I don't like to retie, but I did notice that this was happening all day. You can see I'm short on my line and my spool because I actually did it. One, didn't want to lose any micro citizens because they're very hard to come by. Jeff, I used 2 baits all day, caught, I don't know, a handful of fish, let's say 10 to 20, somewhere in there. 2 pieces of micro citizen. It's amazing how long these things last. All right, but everybody who's fished it knows. If you caught a fish on it, you automatically know, like, oh yeah, this one's gonna be a good one. So kudos on the bait, kudos on the rod. This is my setup. So what's gonna happen is these will be released Thursday. They changed the time, so be on the lookout Thursday, the 6th of February.
11 a.m. Arizona time.
Okay, 11 a.m. Arizona time. So make sure, Arizona time. I know we have to talk about this every single time. I'm not going to tell you what that is to where you're at in the U.S. because I don't know. I live in Arizona. I go on Arizona time. But I'm sure you can figure it out. It's pretty easy. I bet you can even be like, whoever your phone is, Siri or Alexa, set an alarm for 10:50 Arizona time, and it'll happen. But yeah, I just want to take a few minutes to talk about it, talk about my experience with it. I am not a swim baiter, so this is the rod that makes the most sense for me. This is going to be almost your everyday fisherman. Like almost every angler on the planet can use this rod. It doesn't necessarily have to be for a swim bait. It's going to make a great jig rod. It's going to make a great worm rod, a great Senko rod. It's going to be great. 7.5 foot. It's going to have a ton of leverage. So those hook sets are going to be great. So there you go. That is my opinion. That's my experience. If you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram. Drop some questions down below in the comments. Let us know what you guys think. Remember, $4.99 is going to be the price point of this rod, and I think that's a great price point also. So they will not be a ton of these. All right, there's not a tiny bit, but there's not a ton. All right, and it's not a one-time deal, but they're not going to just consistently make batches over batches over batches. So if you feel like you want the rod, I would jump on it. Even if you just get one of the models and then slowly build your arsenal of them over time. They will come back. I can't tell you when, but yeah. Just want to say great job, Mike. You did a killer job with these rods, especially this one for the everyday fisherman like myself. I can really use this. Like I said in the other video, it's definitely in my top 5 of rods now. After spending a couple days, it's definitely solidified its place in my top 5. So there you go. On behalf of everybody here at the Hookup, Ben, myself, Jeff, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for your business. Have a great day.